That makes sense there, Bobby?
What's our vote for this? What's our vote for this?
I don't know. What is your work schedule? Okay. This is when we'll be getting listen to add a slot on the schedule. We don't miss it. This is very important. I can get you guys on my schedule on tomorrow, anytime between 6 and 7, or anytime between 7 and 8. Those are better.
Watermelon sugar.
Tomorrow, anytime between 6 and 7.
Oh, hey, Drew.
I can speak to you guys in anytime.
Drew,
5 to
you
6.
told me to wrap it up around 45, correct? Yes. All right, good, good.
Okay, perfect. So we'll put you for 6, 7. What was my name there, Bobby? Gotcha. And Bobby, I'm going to be sending you an email with everything you need for appointment tomorrow. Send an email to send that out to. Now, real quick, Bobby, go ahead and grab a pen and a piece of paper. I've got some important information for you right now. All right, perfect, Bobby. First thing for you right now, of course, my name is Stephen. Then the next thing for you right now, that'll be the date and time of our appointment. That'll be tomorrow, Tuesday, August 3rd, anytime. And the next thing for you right down there, Bobby, that'll be your quality control code. You'll need that right up on the
side. You knew I'd pass there, it's all the same. So let's get down to earth. The one I need is tied up right now. So let's just wait a while. The one I need is tied up right. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city. In my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it. Moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it. So don't. Dance, come on. All the things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move where you already know, so just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Stop the feeling, yeah. So keep dancing. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't stop the. 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 Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say. I can't stop the feeling. Oh, no, I can't stop the feeling. I can't stop the feeling. just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a groove of your love.
We're gonna start out with the video. But I'll say something. How we doing? Can everyone hear me? Who's DJing today? Casey? Josh? All right, I think we're ready to go. We live, Drew? Are we live, guys? Live from the Beehive? Can everybody hear us? Yes? Am I getting thumbs up over there, Drew? All right. So we're gonna start out with a video today. Why not, right? So let's roll that video. Let's roll that beautiful footage.
I can't see a damn thing, fake guap. I can't see a damn thing, fake guap.
Yeah, they like Stevie. They can't see me wrong tonight, bad and you know it. You tell me that you with it, gotta show me now. Mix Hennessy with emotions. I'm tryna let go, can you for me? You got it, girl, and you know that shit. Tell me you want the world, can't give you all that shit. Let's get off the Hennessy, let me pour that shit. I'm tryna make memories, give me all that shit. Make sun, shawty, take drugs to the sun come in the rape truck, give me brain, give me all that, give me all that. Do it how you want it. Don't even gotta ask, cause you bad and you know it. I know that we ain't getting along, but I don't wanna see you on your own tonight.
Start a problem, yeah. He ain't even know, but yeah, we got him, yeah. Got these bitches in line, they probably frauding, yeah. Made a plan and get a police problem solving, yeah. Start a problem, yeah. He ain't even know, but yeah, we got him, yeah. Got these bitches in line, they probably frauding, yeah. Made a plan and get a police problem solving, yeah. But I got straps on me. I can't trust these niggas talking to the police. Like, bitch, please. Yeah, why the fuck you talking to police? If we pull up with a gang, he gon' get spilled. Leave his body locked up in a field.
Bitch, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. Bitch, I'm by my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just swallow all my kids in a two-seat. Swagged out, familiar, we bringing them gas out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. Off the 42, I'm blowing her back out. I'm back on my bullshit, spin back with a full clip. They say I'm moving ruthless, and my shooters they shooting. I'm gonna take of they roof, Chris. Swagged out, familiar, we bringing them gas out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house.
Ask for
out the game, she said facts. Gang, gang, gang.
Gang, gang, and we bout to go up. Switching lanes, it's a thing every time we show up. You a lame, 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 and you so below us. Bet your hoe she know us, cause you know we glowed up. Stay down, came up, came up. Stay down, came up, gang up.
We need the lights on, or we want them off? What do you want to do, Gia? You like them on? All right, I think we're back live. We good to go? Who put this on? All right, I think we're back. Everybody can hear us now? No? Yes. All right. Drew's saying yes. All right, guys. So that was the last time we got together at my house. That was on 4th of July. We had all the managers over and a couple other people stop by, and it was a blast. You could see things got heated on the flip cup table a little bit there. But that was just a quick video, because what's the contest we got? You can even pull that one up next, Drew. We got a picture for the contest that we have coming up here. And I just want to run it by everybody, make sure everybody knows how to get your ticket. How do you get a ticket for the August contest? 10K gets you an invitation. 10K gets you the invitation. So let me just rephrase that and say invitation. So we're having a party on September 25th, which is a Saturday. And it's going to be a white party theme. So you and a guest are going to be invited and to attend. It'll be at my house. I want to welcome everybody to the agency. So we wanted to make it something that was nothing crazy to get there. Like, in order to get invited, to get the invitation, we're going to call it, to get the invitation to the party on the 25th at my house, we didn't want to make it hard. So we weren't going to say you had to like climb Mount Everest, you know, and then write 50,000 for the month in order to come. Okay. We wanted to make sure everybody can come and a guest, right? So what did we do? We set the quota at 10,000 for the entire month. And it is a 5-week month. So that gives everybody the opportunity, because all you got to do is come in with basically 2,000 a week, right? And I've seen people literally last week do 10,000 and 12,000 in a week. So I have the confidence that everybody should be getting their invitation to the party, I'd say shortly here. We're only 1 week into the month. So let's just break it down, guys. We are 1 week into August already. Time is flying. Gio said the other day, holy cow, it's already August 1st. He couldn't believe it, right? So before you know it, that's going to happen by the end of the year. So we have 4 weeks to go for the month of August. 4 weeks left. 4 weeks left. We also have another contest going on as well. But just to touch on the August contest, we're going to also be raffling off prizes and money at the end of the month as well. So like I mentioned earlier, how do you get a ticket for that? Gio mentioned was what? 6K, right? 6,000 gets everybody one ticket into the pot. At the end of the month, on the 25th, at my house, we're going to have the ticket pool. That's when we're going to do it. So we're going to hand out the money there. So hopefully you're there. If you can't attend for some reason, and we pull your ticket, we'll still make sure you get your prize, the cash, and all that as well. Maybe we'll go live on Instagram or Facebook or one of those platforms so everybody can see it, okay? But the goal is for us to be giving away, you know, over $10,000 for the month. So we have prizes set at different thresholds. The party starts at $325. The cash starts at $300,000. So as soon as we hit 300,000, that's when the cash goes in the pot. 325 is when the party goes in. And then at 335, 370, and then at 400,000, the cash goes up, 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 and up, right? So we got 4 weeks to make it happen. Last week of July, guys, was a great week of July. The last week of July, we actually loaded over $80,000 in production. So I want to just give everybody a round of applause for that. I know. People were pushing. I know we were working hard. I seen it. People and some people really turned it on the second half of the month. I seen someone was at 0 at halftime. They ended the month over 10,000 ALP. You got to give it up to that person for number one, not giving up, for believing in themselves and not basing the second half of their month on how they did in the first half of their month, regardless of the circumstances. So I saw some great performances, and next week is going to be our monthly recognition meeting. So next week is we typically like to do the second Monday of every month. So that's going to give us time. P&Ps just came out. So if you guys are new, every month they come out with your progress and persistency report. And this shows you your progress, and how you're doing. It shows you a snapshot of the month. So your July P&P should be out. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, go ahead and take a look at it. It'll show you how you did. The agency did over 200,000 for the month. It was a heck of a month. And it really came down to that last week, really gave the push to put everybody over the edge. So once again, you're going to see some of those results on your P&Ps. And some of you guys probably saw in your paychecks this past week some decent results as well from that little push that we had at the end. We gave that push, number one, to end the month, but also to gain that momentum going into August. Don't forget about this. August is going to be our biggest month. Agency goal is 400,000, okay, with a minimum of 325,000 because we want to have a party at the house, obviously, So we're going to make sure we get that happening. The contest. So we have the one contest is for the party, the white party on September 25th, but we also have another contest going on. It's a shorter sprint. It's a 3-week contest. It started last week. So we're 1 week down, 2 weeks to go. And this is for lunch when Natalie Linker and Fred Hedaya come to visit our agency. So as you guys know, they just lifted restrictions on a lot of things, right? Just lifted restrictions on a lot of things. I believe like the Lollapalooza just happened this past weekend, right, guys? Every single performer that went on stage at Lollapalooza was like, this is the first time I'm performing in over a year. This was the first time all these concert goers got to go to a concert in over a year, right? Our home office is the same way. So they were not allowed to travel for over a year. We've been all working virtually. You're not just the only people, So they finally lifted their restrictions. And as you guys know, as soon as they lifted the restrictions, I'll tell you, we're very blessed. I'm telling you, David Zoffin, the president, flew here within the first month of the restrictions being lifted and visited our agency. And he goes to one agency a week. And I think he only visited 3 last month. So we are one of 3 that he got to visit, right? So we're very blessed for that. And then now they finally let the directors travel. And Fred Hedaya promised me, he said, as soon as restrictions, I'm coming to your place first. So I held him to it. And he is coming here to visit us on, what's the date say there? It don't say it. It's August 16th. It's a Monday, August 16th. Write that down. Take note of it. Okay, how do you get to lunch? Well, we got a guaranteed 6 spots to go to lunch. The top 2 people on personal recruits from the home, the top 2 people on DMs, and the top 2 people on personal recruits from direct messages. So what they're finding is if you're trying to grow your business, they're finding that if you direct message people through a platform like a LinkedIn or a Handshake or even a more social like a Instagram or even a Facebook, and you do 10 a day, they're saying you should probably get about at least 1 hire a week off of just sending these 10 DMs a day, right? So I'd recommend to do that. But if you do that, the top 2 people on personal recruits from DMs. So we have this week coming up and next week. We have 2 more weeks to get your hires in. So if you're trying to compete, if you want to go to lunch, this is what the directors, they want to talk to you and hang out. And it's nice to go to these places because you end up leaving better than you went, anytime you qualify, just like if you qualify for the party, if you get the white party, guess who else is going to be there? all the other people that qualified, right? So you must have done something special to get there, right? So what happens is you end up leaving better than when you came, because they say iron sharpens iron. So I remember that I was at convention in Puerto Rico. I was actually privileged to be on stage as the top RGA in the company that year. And I remember a meeting with Eric Giglione, who's been with the company now for 35 years. Talk about a living legend. He's been with the company for 35 years. He receives over $200,000 a month in residual income. I mean, let's just think, you got to stop and really think about that. Because if you don't, it'll go in one ear and out the other. This thing, he gets $200,000 a month in residual income. So anytime I'm around, anytime I see him, I kind of just like a bug attracted to light. I just kind of gravitate my way over to wherever he's at and just trying to even just hear what's going on, just to feel the vibes, feel the energy. You know, it'll rub off on you. But one thing he did, I remember we were at convention, he put his arm around me. He was like, Tommy, you know what the greatest thing about being at convention is? You're surrounded by winners. You're surrounded by winners because everybody here has done something special to be here, you know? So that's why I always say, like, getting to a lunch where you get to spend one-on-one time with our director and ask them anything that you want. And our vice president, Fred Hadai, has been with our company. He started with our company, I don't know the year that he started and he retired, but he was with the company for 12 years and he retired over $100,000 a month in residual income. So I'd like to hear what he has to say. You know, he has a lot, and he's our vice president. So it's always good to get on his good side as well, you know, because hey, maybe one day you might need a little something like, oh, remember when I was at lunch with you? I'm like, okay, I'll put that over for you, Christina, no problem. Right. So, but anyways, those are two great contests that we have going on. I wish everybody could go to lunch with Fred and Natalie, but you can't. So we're only taking the top people. But what? Everybody can go to the party at my house. There's no attendance limit. Like sometimes you go to a venue and they sell out, right? The cool thing about Lollapalooza, I was saying, there's no sellout. They are going to sell tickets until they can sell tickets. There's never going to sell out at Lollapalooza. They'll just sell them all day long until people will buy them. But you can't do that if you have something at the Allstate Arena. Eventually, you're going to sell out. Well, the cool thing about it, we don't got to worry about that, okay? So another great thing, this month is going to be a catapult to get people to convention. Don't forget, we have convention at Las Vegas. Companies talking about Diplo now. I don't know if you know Diplo, but Diplo is a pretty good one, right? So they're going to rent out Caesar's Palace. They're going to rent out the Omnia. And I'm telling you, all the drinks, all the food, high end. I mean, it's not cheap. They give you whatever you want, top of the shelf. If you want them to pour you a cup of the, what is it? Patron. Patron's pretty expensive, right? They'll fill you a cup all the way to the top of the stuff if you want it. I wouldn't recommend do that. but yeah, that's what they'll have. So anyways, Diplo to rent it out. It's awesome time. Last time we were there, Gio and Melissa were riding around in a white Lamborghini Aventador. You could hear him coming from like 6 miles down the street. He calls me up. He's like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'll go sit outside. I hear him 20 minutes flying down the strip. So maybe we'll get a little video of that to show everybody just to get you a preview of what we got going on. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great time in Las Vegas. Do everything you can. Know your numbers. You can't hit something you can't see. You can't hit a target you can't see. Can't hit a target you can't see, guys. Where are your goals at right now? Where are they at? Are they any, do you have the goals? Where are they at? Are they anywhere where they can be displayed? You know, that's something that was big for me on a weekly basis. When I was in the field, I literally was driving around the homes. Who's driving around the homes right now? I know a couple people are hitting the field a little bit, right? A couple people are getting out there now. It's open up. So we would keep our goals on a sheet of paper and we would put them right on our dashboard. You know, and I tried every trick in the book. I promise you. One guy told me, he said, you know what? Take your sit downs that you want to get and then make a little box of them, you know? So I was like, all right, I want to get at least 20 sit downs this week, 15 sit downs. So I would take a sheet of paper and I make 15 boxes and I would put it there. And then every time I got a sit down, I'd fill in a box. That was just, I mean, you can't dumb it down to anything more simpler than that. There was nothing on the sheet of paper but boxes and 15. They didn't even have numbers on them. There's no numbers, no words, right? So I mean, even short-term goals, you need to keep them in front of you. But long-term goals like a convention, you know, something you got to string together, numbers of weeks of success, months of success. You know, I definitely would keep that in front of you, but it is all worth it if you can make it. We had some great, outstanding performances. We have some residual income checks that came in today and a couple Google reviews. How about this? We'll do the outstanding performances, Google reviews, then we'll hand out the checks. Sound good? All right, Gio, come on. Let's hand out some outstanding performances, man. Come on.
Woo. 5. Okay. All right. I think it's still morning, right? All right. Good morning. Good morning. Woo! Give me louder. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I love it. I love it. Hey, good to see some new faces too. The new start of the training class. Give it a round of applause for the training class starters. Just want to give them a round of applause. I love it. I love it. You guys are in for a treat. I'm excited for your future success with our company. So I'm excited to see some faces here. But yeah, we're going to go right into the outstanding performances. Remember, this is ALP. You typically make half up front of the ALP. And this is a weekly thing. This is weekly. So we're going to go from bottom to top. Some of the top performers. We had 4,042 ALP. We had Juan. Let's give it up for Juan. Look at that, showing his face. Get it, man. Awesome. Just edging them out, though. We had 4,231. We had Ryan Wilson for the week. All right, super proud of this individual. Just workhorse, always working her butt off, and just does what's asked at all times. We have 4,332 going to Christina. Andy, looking sharp today. You got to show your face. There we go. Look at that. Let's give it up. Woo! Come on, girl. Oh, you see this person rocking it. Is she here? Oh, I think she is. We have another girl. We have 5,023 going to Shayla. Let's go, Shayla. All right. Look at this. All right. So we have two. We have two for this individual. We have 1 week, 11,211. And then we have another week following back to back. We have 12,686. We might as well.
Say those numbers again. Start it.
Let's just start over.
Run that shit back.
You said run that shit back. Did you believe that? That was good. All right. We have back-to-back weeks in ALP. We have 11,211. That is July 23rd. And then back-to-back for July 30th, 12,686 going to Ashley Miza. Woo! Come on. Let's go. Super proud of her. Working all day to the hours. Remember, it's not what you do from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. She's a big believer in doing from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. just working her butt off. I mean, think about that. She made over, how much do you think she made? A little over 11 grand. 11 grand. She's been here for about a year. About a year. And her renewal checks, we'll see. I'm sure her renewal check was like another 3 grand, our 5th paycheck of the month. So great job. Let's give another round of applause for all the outstanding performers. All right. Now we have some Google reviews. You guys excited for Google reviews? We'll do about 5 of them, okay? So 5 out of the probably 10 that we have, we'll pick some good ones. So we have Joshua Mitchell said that this individual gave a great, outstanding service. I really enjoyed this hassle-free conversation. It was amazing. They were very knowledgeable and get down to business. And I wish I could give them a 5-star, another 5-star for the review because the meeting was a 10-star. Thank you for helping me and most importantly, my family. Drew Herstein, let's go.
This is the guy behind the screen, just so you guys know. Getting the
These are-
reviews and everything.
Hey, shout out to Natasha as well. She was there helping with that.
Natasha, let's go. Love it. All right. This individual, we got a review from Heidi. She said that this person was very down to earth, explained all things, all terms. Happy that I started this policy with him. He's very easy to talk to and makes the whole process quick and painless. Thank you, Mason. Look forward to the future. Let's go, Mason. Woo! Good job, good job, good job. All right. Jamie Ward said that both people were very, very helpful. They took all the necessary steps to be sure that we understood the coverage that we were getting. They don't try to oversell you, and they're very genuine in their approach and getting the coverage that you needed. Melissa and Noah, let's go. Let's pick a good one. Let's find a good one. All right, this is a good one. I like this one. Are you ready for this? You guys ready for this one? Edison Ramirez said that this individual made talking about dying fun. Is very professional and very knowledgeable. We have Gina. Let's go, Gina. All right, last one. Jasmine Hudson said, I spoke with this individual. She was very awesome. She was very professional and nice. She answered every single question that I had and explained everything I needed to know in a way I immediately understood. We have Christina, Andy, give it up. All right, let's go. Now we're going to go into the renewals. Let's give it up for everybody that got a review and made it happen with the reviews. Let's give it up for them. All right, let's see where we got these renewals. All right, we got to find these paychecks. Let's see where they're at here. All right. Are they cash, Tommy? I'm just kidding. Let's see if they're back here. Thought I saw them back here. Yeah, the renewals. Right in front of me. Look at that. Look at that. Melissa's just great. I love it. All right. Wow, this is wild. Okay, so we got some checks. Yeah. All right.
A lot of checks here.
All right. So you want me to call them out still?
Yeah, I'm gonna slide. There we go. How about this guy? Still getting residual income over here.
Yes, sir. Now, listen, guys, this is a residual. This is a renewal. This is on top of the weekly paycheck. This is just funny money. This is just extra money, right? So we had
There's two of them, actually.
Matthew Brown got an extra $258 plus $317. Give it up for Matt Brown. Let's go, Matty. Can I show your face? All right, play my song. All right, cool. All right, this individual, woo, look at this. An extra 1,882 going to Joshua Rico. Gotta love handing out money, right?
Okay.
Okay. We have an extra $445 going to Matthew Jans.
Once we got to mail out, we'll just keep them back.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what's going on. Did she get her deposit? I want to make sure it's together.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
Here we go.
Wow.
Wow. An extra $1,134 going to Stephen Ellis. Let's go. Woo! He deserves every single penny of that, too. All right, we have an extra $515 going to Alex Mondragon. Let's go. This is not Alex. This is Marvin, his brother.
I'll pass it for you, bro. I'll pass it for you. Oh, yeah, sure. There's Alex on the screen. There's usually more. I don't know why it's on. Maybe she got deposited.
Okay. Some of this might got deposited. Some of it might have been a paper check because typically hers is about $3,000 a month. So maybe check your bank account. You'll be able to see the extra $2,500. But we still have an extra $462.08 to be exact, going to Ashley Miza. Good job, girl.
Take it. No cash.
Yep.
These checks cash. Oh yeah.
Wow, look at this. An extra, might as well buy that Beamer, bro. We got an extra $1,150 going to Vincent Misseri. Just buy it already. I gotta buy a car.
So if you're loyal to the company will be loyal back to you, and they'll pay for your car for you.
Yeah.
And if
absolutely.
you stay loyal, then they'll pay for your rent for you.
Yeah.
And if you stay loyal, then they'll pay all your bills for you. And if you stay loyal, then you get to go on vacation every single year, every quarter. You can do a nice quarterly vacation on the company. And you know what they call that? They call that a paidcation.
Hey.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Tommy. Wouldn't get it without you. You too, Gio, my man. Thank you.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Boom.
All right. Ooh. It's this individual here. So we have an extra $763 going to Faith who? Jones. She looks so pretty today.
This guy will take it.
Hey, just some extra money for this guy. An extra $215 going to Ryan Wilson. Woo.
Here's lunch money. We
Got
call
some-
this lunch money.
We have an extra $23.74. Lunch is on you, Alex Bevenick. Here. Oh, wow, look at this. An extra $932.86. Hasn't been here very long, just past her 1 year. We have Melissa. Woo! So,
That's a lot of food for Buster.
Buster's gonna eat filet. Buster's the dog, by the way.
Oh man, there's other guys. One more we got here. One more.
One more. We're gonna have to get really excited for this last one. All right. We have an extra $978 going to Mason Totorici. Let's go. Let's go.
Keep getting them Google reviews.
Yeah. All right, let's give one more round of applause for everybody getting an extra renewal check for the month.
Yes. Now, just keep in mind, some people had them deposited for some reason, so we didn't have them all. Half of yours went in. So what was your other half? So Josh had another $1,100 deposited into his account. So Josh's was really $2,900, right? We got a point. What's that? Dalton's was deposited. What? How much was his? Holy cow! I don't think anybody heard that. I'm gonna say Dalton's was deposited. We didn't have the check to give him today. His was $1,100. Give it up for Dalton, man. Come on up. Run up. Come on. You gotta come show your face. No, you don't want to come up? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We got these new HD cameras. Some people are shy, you know. Good job, man. $1,100 doll hairs for you. Come on. All right, great job, everybody. And we have some other great things to hand out here. So how about this gentleman? Where'd the space pen go?
Space pen.
Yeah, is it around here? Oh, here it is. Here it is. So what happened? What does it mean when you get the space pen?
3 years.
You've been here for 3 years. 3 years, right? This thing can write upside down in outer space, right? So there's no excuses anymore about how you couldn't do your thank you cards. Just kidding. All right, so I would like to formally congratulate you on your 3-year anniversary. I'm very excited, and I trust you are as well, to see your continued success with American Income. By achieving this tenure, you've demonstrated stability and persistence. American Income is proud to have you part of its sales force and a member of the AIL family. You have shown that you have desire to succeed and a vision for your future. As you move into your 4th year with AIL, remember, we are here for you. Best of luck. May this next year to come to be as prosperous as ever. Your anniversary award and your American Income pen has been forwarded to your agency office. Here's your pen and your award, Mr. Vince Masseri. Come on up, Vince. Here's your pen. I think that's what you got. Do the dance you were doing at Lollapalooza.
I don't even remember.
So Vince was doing a dance at Lollapalooza. Why don't you show everybody?
I don't remember what it was.
It was basically him running around in a mosh pit with a bunch of people.
Yeah, that was I can't feel my Achilles, I can't feel my calves, you know, that dance, I can't even walk today, I feel like. So I don't know if I can do it again.
Here's your letter.
What an introduction.
Congratulations, brother.
That was awesome. Appreciate it. 30% vested, right?
Yes. How about this? He's 30% vested in his residual income. Great job on that. 10 years, you can walk away from the company and they pay you 100% of whatever your residual income is every single month. You do whatever you want. You don't got to be with the company. You can go do whatever, anything you want. Talk about doing what you want when you want. I've been trying my whole like first 25 years of my life figuring out how the heck am I going to retire early. And then boom, right when I'm 25 years old, I step into American Income, right? So anyways, we have the top rookie producer in the whole entire company for the month of May in our office today. Yeah, and you know how I know that? You know how I know that? Because they gave us an award saying that it happened. So this is proof, right? So guys, one more time, if we could just get on our feet and recognize the top rookie producer in the company for the month of May, Ashley Mizer! Look at this. Good stuff, girl. Proud of you. Thank everybody. DJ Josh on, I like that, man. I like the crisscross when you played that. That was good. So we got the actual month of May for us was an amazing month as well. We were not only as an agency, were we #1 in our category, which has been a theme for the last 13 months. We've been #1 in our category every single month since we've been in existence. So congratulations on that. Heck of a May, guys. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Yourself a pat on the back, a little pat on the back. But what's even more impressive, which we knew from the start that we had it in us to be the best, not just in our category, but the best in the entire company internationally. So for the month of May, we were #1 out of all agencies in the entire world, entire AIL, for performance factor. Nobody did it better than you guys in the month of May, guys. Congratulations again. The award came in. Yeah. Congratulations. Okay, I think those are all the nice awards that we had handed out. Okay, thank you everybody for on my birthday. Everybody saying happy birthday in here. You had me embarrassed. I don't think I blushed, but if I could blush, I would have been all blushed up. Ashley got me a great thing here, and I just want to remind everybody. Ashley got me this book today, but you know, the world belongs to the risk takers, guys. So that's us right here, you know. And you know who you're taking a risk on? Yourself. So it ain't a risk. See, like when you invest money into the stock market, that's a risk, right? That's a risk. I don't know if I buy Pepsi stock today. I don't know what the owner of Pepsi, I don't know what the CEO of Pepsi does when he goes home. I don't know what he's doing in the mornings, right? So if I invest money into that, that's a risk. Wouldn't you say it's a risk, right? But if I invest money into myself, that's not a risk at all. Risk free. There's no risk when you're investing into yourself, right? And sometimes everybody wants to know, what's the hot stock? Everybody, where can I put my money? What's the hot stock? What we really got to do, look in the mirror. That's the hot stock. That's the ticker symbol you've been looking for the whole time. It's right there in front of us. We got to invest into that, you know? So first of all, we had somebody, I'm going to hand it out next week, but we ran a contest for the lion chain. I don't have it on me right now, but we had at least one person qualify for the lion chain. So I'm going to keep that a secret. So next week, you're going to find out who qualified for the lion chain. This past week, and we had some people running around the Lollapalooza. So congratulations once again to all the winners of the Lollapalooza. Who do we have? We had Reich. We had Marvin. Did you guys go yesterday? Good time? Nice. Gio, Melissa, Vince, we were hanging out down there on Friday. I think Christina ended up hitting it up. Anybody else go? It was a good time. Congratulations to you guys on that. Looking forward to having some more opportunities like that. Anytime there's different shows, different concerts, different venues, we got some pretty nice connections and hookups within our agency. We get you guys backstage and stuff. So we're we got some good connections there. Anytime we got shows and stuff, we'll be doing concerts like that and opportunities for people to win. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap us up on a couple just house clean items, some pointers, and we'll break for today. Reminder: next week is going to be the recognition portion. So we're going to have our top agent, top SA, top GA, top MGA speak for the month of July. With that being said, today was residual income day, right? So I just want everyone to be able to understand the power of residual income. So I did a little research, and if you could pull up that article, because I just want to, I don't just make this stuff up. I actually was a financial advisor, okay? So I have my Series 7, have my Series 66. I was on Wall Street. I was a stockbroker. I did it for 3 years, and I didn't do it part-time because I don't know how to do anything else but to do it what? All the way. Have you ever seen me do anything? The way you do anything is the way you do everything, right? So you see me do anything? How do I do it? All the way. I go all the way in. You're not going to see me dipping my toes in the pool. I'm going to go all the way in the pool and go underwater, and I'm going to be engulfed in it. You know what I mean? If I do something, so when I was a financial advisor, believe me, I spent 3 years in there, and I was in the business, in it, 80 hours a week, nonstop, grinding, right? And what I got obsessed with was retirement. I wanted to help as many people as I can get to retirement as quick as possible so they could live the life of their dreams, so they weren't being handcuffed to go into work, So that was my vision. That's why I wanted to help people, right? And I remember I met my boss when I started, and as a financial advisor, I told my boss, I said, his name was Todd. I said, Todd Marotta, great old Italian guy, raspy voice, had gray hair, it was great, this guy. And I said, Todd, all I want to do is just help as many people as possible. I don't even care about making money, because if I help enough people, the money should take care of itself in this business. And he's like, that's great, Tom. You got your heart in the right place, okay? But your head's not in the right place because you got to make money. If you don't make money, then you're not going to be in the business, and you won't be helping anybody in the business because you won't be in the business because you have to make money. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. All right. So, anyways, I spent 3 years in the industry, and right around my second year, I decided I was going to get certified as a retirement planning counselor, which means you have to go get licensed again. So you went to the College of Financial Planning, you get licensed to be a certified retirement planning counselor. And out of all this stuff, guys, I'm just giving you 3 years and 3 minutes, saving you the time, all right? okay, and doing all the studying. Out of all this, it boils down to this right here. If you want to retire, you have to have enough money in the bank to where you can live off of that money, right? You have to live off of it. So how much can you pull per year out of your retirement assets? So I've done the research, but I just want to show you what it shows on here. Why 4% may be a bad idea. So what the answer to this question here is, guys, 4% is a bad idea because it is what? It is too high. It is too high. If you pull more than 4% of your money out of your withdrawal rate, if you're pulling more than 4%, you're going to pull too much money too fast, right? So the real number is like 3%. 3%. Okay. So if you have $100,000 saved up for your retirement, you can live off of what? 3%. They just said it's too high, Josh. 4 is too high, Josh. It's 3. Okay. And you want to know what 3 is? Too high. 3 is too high. 3 is too high. 3 is too high. Okay. But let's just use 3. That means that if we have $100,000 saved up and you want to retire off of that money, you can live off of how much money per year? What's 3% a year? You're going to have 100 grand and you're going to pull 3% a year out. So how much are you pulling out a year? $3,000, right? $3,000. $3,000. So if you're pulling $3,000 a year out, how much is that a month? $250 a month. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me that I got to save all this money? This is a real story. My dad's really good friend, okay? He became my client. He had $100,000 in his IRA. And he wanted to retire. He thought it was all the money in the world. It was his life savings. He was so proud, so proud. He spent his whole life on this money. He was like, Tommy, got this 100 grand. I'm going to give it to you. I trust you. So he trusted me with his 100,000. And I had to come back to him and say, all right, I'm going to set you up with a retirement plan. And I ended up setting up to where he could take like $250, $300 a month out of his money. But I got him hooked up where he's taking like $300 a month. He almost lost his mind. He was so upset. Could you imagine that? Saving your whole life and being ready to cash in and finding out that you get $300 a month. He was like, this is even worth it. Just give me my money. I'm going to go buy a Harley. Yeah, he was like, I was like, worth it, you know? So this is the reality, guys. I got privileged. Like, I don't know. I saw this with my eyes. You know, I was watching my clients' hearts break in front of me. Right? And I see people here getting $250 today in monthly residual income and not even understand really what's going on. So I just want to make sure we understand, because understanding leads to appreciation. Appreciation leads to success, right? And success leads to what? More success. So the understanding is where it starts. If you don't understand what's going on, there's no way you could appreciate it. So I seen it with my own eyes. I've seen these people trying to retire and not being able to do so. So the power of residual income, guys. You know, I've seen people today. I mean, if you think about this, who got $1,000 today? Who got $1,000? Who got Dalton, Vince, freaking Ellis, Melissa, Mason, Drew, people on who got it on virtual land. Casey got how much? $5,000. 5 times this number by 5. But if you got 1,000, if you got one of those thousands, if you got 1,000, okay, that would mean that right now you would have $400,000 in your retirement account. I don't know, Melissa, where you can go work and after 1 year, you look down and they send you a report or something like, oh yeah, here's your annual retirement statement, Gio. And Gio looks down at his annual retirement statement and says, congratulations, you've been here for a year. You have $400,000 in your retirement account after 1 year. Does anybody know where that is possible? Let me know. I'd love to explore that with you. Where is it possible to get $400,000? That means you would have had to save $8,000 a week. Well, first of all, you'd have to make $8,000 and then save every nickel. Now, here's the kicker, which this is not going to sink in for a lot of people because it took me a long time for this to really sink in, okay? But my client, he was not allowed to get any of his retirement money at all until he retired. He's not allowed to touch it till he's retired. So he works, now he's 65. He retires, he gets $300 a month from 65 to whenever he passes away, let's say 85 life expectancy, that's 20 years. So he gets $3,000 a month for 20 years. He gets 60 grand, right? 60 grand. What's 5 times 12? That's what Casey's going to get this year. While he's working. That's what I'm trying to get. Like, he don't have to retire and then get the money. Casey's going to get the 60 grand that Smitty, his name was John Smith. We call him Smitty and Dottie. Smitty and Dottie. Poor Smitty and Dottie. Smitty and Dottie are going to get $3,000 a year from 65 to 85. They're going to get over 20 years. They're going to get 60 grand, but he had to work 30 years first to get that over to 20. Casey been here 10. He worked 10, but over the last 10 years, he's made millions of dollars. And while he's still working, they're going to still pay him his residual income in his retirement while he's working. Like, while he's working, he's still going to work, and they're going to pay his residual. Wow. That to me is just wow. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to me, I even don't get it yet. I'm trying to get it. So good luck if you're trying to get it too. All right. I'm in the same boat you are. All right. It's just, wow, man, huge, priceless. I'm trying to put it in words, but it's that big that you can't put what I'm saying in words. Because I'm talking about living a lifestyle that nobody else gets to live. I'm talking about living the life of your dreams. Can you put that in words? What does it mean to you to live the life of your dreams? Like, how special is that? I can't even bottle that up. I can't even put it down into a paragraph. You guys know what I mean? That's how special it is. I'm talking about doing things for people that are just unprecedented. So the residual income, guys, don't forget about that. Just don't forget about it. And today was just a nice reminder. One thing that allowed me to get into this opportunity is the same thing that allowed you guys to get into this opportunity, was having an open mind. Having an open mind. I don't know how I got to have an open mind, but I'm glad that I have one. I remember in third grade, Casey's mom was my third grade teacher. You guys know that? Mrs. Kunash was my third grade teacher. I can't remember if it was on her wall, but I'm pretty sure it was. It was her or Mrs. Redlinger. I can't remember if it was Mrs. Kunash or Mrs. Redlinger. But on the wall, okay, there was a poster on the wall. And it said, your mind is like a parachute. It works better when it's open. And that stuck with me since I was 8 years old. And I just celebrated 38. So 30 years. Quotes. It's amazing how some quotes will, because you're a kid, like when you're a kid, you got to think about your mind. You got to, like, that just made a lot of sense to me. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I mean, a parachute doesn't work if it's not open, right? Works a lot better when it is. Same thing with your mind, So that's how we're here today. Nobody would be here if we had closed mind, open mind, you know. But don't forget, that's what got you here, and that's what you're going to have to maintain. You have to stay open-minded. Stay open-minded. The environments are going to change. We've made it through the past 13, 16 months now since we've been here because we had an open mind, and we've been able to adapt and go through changes. They say it's not the biggest, it's not the strongest, it's not the fastest, it's not the smartest that survive. If it was the biggest, the dinosaurs would still be here, right? It's not, that's what it is. It's the blue-footed booby bird. You guys know the blue-footed booby? Yeah, there's a blue-footed booby bird. Look it up, okay? Right? This thing adapted over the years when all the other creatures didn't adapt, and that's why it's still on this earth, okay? For one reason, it's adaptation. Well, you're not going to adapt if you're not open to your surroundings and able to be, you know, open-minded with that kind of stuff. So I had that written down, thought it was great quote to keep in mind, okay? Planning a trip, okay? Planning. This month, got to have a lot of planning going into it. You have to. I feel like some of us put some good planning in, but a week is down, and I don't know if we started out last week with a solid game plan. I don't know. Last week on Monday, did you have a solid game plan? Did everything go as planned this week? That's the question, guys. Did everything go as planned this week? That's the question. For some people, the answer is no. And it's a hard no. It's a guaranteed no. You want to know why? Because they didn't have nothing planned for the week. That's why nothing went as planned, because there was no plan. Does that make sense? That is the problemo. Most people do not plan. They don't want to take the plan. We want to get up and go. We want to brush our teeth, do our hair, do our makeup, get all dolled up, get ready to go, and just go out the door. We got to take the time to plan. That's why shit didn't go as planned for you, because you didn't have nothing planned. To the T. To the T. What are you doing every 15 minutes, Matt Brown? It should be written down, or it ain't going to happen. There's a book by Rick Pitino called The One-Day Contract. He says before you go to bed the night before, you got to write down what you want to have happen the next day to the T. What time you waking up? When you wake up, what, like he says to the T. If you're going to brush your teeth, what type of toothpaste are you using? I'm going to brush my teeth at 6:35 with Crest Whitening Arctic Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, get to the detail. I'm going to eat breakfast at 7. It's going to be 3 hard-boiled eggs, 2 pieces of toast with, you know, a teaspoon of salt. Like, you have that written down to the T. And then you hold that up and you say, all right, this is what I got to do tomorrow. When you're done with it, you sign it at the bottom, right? And that is your contract to who? To yourself. That's the contract to yourself. Time is being wasted. There's money right now that's literally being wasted. If somebody was taking money out of your pockets, you would be really pissed, right? Wouldn't you? Right? Well, we do that to ourselves all the time when we waste our time. When you waste time, you're literally wasting money. And you should be a little upset when that happens. If somebody wastes your time, you should be upset with them for wasting your time. I remember when I was making phone calls, somebody set an appointment. You guys ever make phone calls and you get that person that literally after every phone call, they got to have something to say about it? They set an appointment and then they have to run around the office and tell everybody about how they set the appointment, right? That was me when I started in the business. That wasn't me. I was in the corner making calls, and what happened to me, people would come up to me like, Tommy, they'd lean over to the cubicle, you know, oh, dude, you won't believe I called this guy and he hung up on me and I called him back and his wife answered and then I got him back on the phone, found out he was in a union. My uncle worked in the same union. I'm like, bro, are you seriously trying to sabotage my career right now? You understand like my thought process on that? I was like, is this, because I was in a competition that week, you know, maybe I was in a competition with my other RGA, Justin. I was like, did Justin send him over here to try and, just waste my time and eat up all my valuable time right now when I'm trying to build my family's dreams, right? So you got to take that approach with your time. You got to be guarded with it, okay? I wrote down a sentence here, guys. Here's a sentence. If you guys can write the sentence down with me, okay? Let me know. You ready? All right. It's called no. Period. No is actually a complete sentence. You're allowed to say no to things. You're allowed to say no to people. You're allowed to say no to distractions. We got to guard ourselves from them 3 Ds. Disturbances, distractions, and what's the other one? Discourages, distractions, and what? Disturbances. That's right, disturbances. So a discouragement is going to be something that happens to us and it's going to discourage us, right? The other one's going to be a distraction. Oh, pick your head up. You could be distracted all day. You go on Instagram and pick your head up 2 hours later. You want to go distract yourself all you want. I know that LeBron James I think it was him who said it. They asked him about like social media. He's like, I turn it off during the playoffs. Turn it off during the playoffs. So if you notice, a lot of high performers, they will stay off that social media and get onto it. Because listen, how are you going to score a touchdown, right, and get a selfie of you at the same time? I'm sorry, I'm not on social media. I'm busy scoring touchdowns. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, you're like, oh, I didn't see you on social media in a while or something like that. But sorry, I don't got time for that. You know what I mean? So those are distractions. And the other ones will be a disturbance. Things are going to come into your life that are going to happen. And the things, when you drive down the road and you get into a traffic jam, a tree falls in front of you, okay, you don't stop, right? It's just a disturbance. You got to go around it. You got to go over it. And disturbances happen to everybody. There's going to be deaths in our family. Dogs are going to get sick. Grandmas are going to have birthdays. There's going to be anniversaries. You're going to have to go to weddings. There's going to be disturbances in our lives, but we don't let that take us off track of where we're going, right? But just remember that the question was, did everything go as planned? Did everything go as planned, right? And the first thing is, you got to have a plan, first of all. And most of the time, it's not going to go as planned. Every time you make a trip, especially if you're planning a trip from now across country, it's not going to go 100% as planned. So you got to plan for the unexpected. You got to plan for that. You got to be ready. You got to be okay with knowing that everything is going to be planned, but it's not going to go the way that we expect it to go. And I'm planning on that. Does that make sense? Right? So last thing we'll end on, guys, is just a real quick. I was pretty upset when I started my career as a financial advisor. I almost lost it. I might have quit. Me and my boss maybe even had a few words when I started my career as a financial advisor, because I ended up getting a client, and my client was a really good friend of mine, and he made really good money. And we ended up doing a financial plan for him. So we took all his information, put it into our needs analysis, right? And it came up with recommendations for him. And I sat down with my boss, and he's like, here's what we need to do for Johnny T. He's like, we're going to put together a good financial plan for your boy, Johnny T. I'm like, let's do it. And the first thing he said is he's like, Johnny T needs to start saving some money because he don't have 6 months of his living expenses set aside. I'm like, all right, well, that's good advice. That's good advice. We should definitely have him save money. Would you guys agree? Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Good advice. Good advice. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. He's like, all right, the next thing we need to do is we need to get him set up with at least $500,000 of life insurance because he don't have any. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's going to probably have to spend at least $400 to $600 a month on his life insurance. And that's when things went for a bad turn. Things went south for me. I'll be honest with you. I started to question my career choices because I'm like, this is my best friend. You want me to sell him life insurance? What are you trying to just make a bunch of commission for the company? That was what I thought. Me, out of all people, I love life insurance today. This is 21-year-old Tommy when I just graduated. I didn't have no life insurance. He wants me to sell my good friend $500 a month of life insurance. I was appalled. I swear to you, I was mad, upset. So then I'm like, wait a minute. He makes all this money. Shouldn't we get him some stock portfolios? Shouldn't we get him into the market? I was trying to do something cool, something sexy, something fun, right? That was not for me. Life insurance, I was like, So I was mad. I was like, pump the brakes. We have a meeting with him next week. I'll put that meeting off. I don't agree with these recommendations we're giving my friend, right? So I'm fighting back with my leadership. So he sits me down. He's like, you want to know why Tommy is acting like this? He must not understand. He must not understand. So you know what they did? They educated me. Right? Once I was fully educated on why this man needed the life insurance, I literally went from being mad to him getting it to saying, I need this shit right now. I went from being mad selling it to, wait a minute, how do I get some? And how do I get some today? When I was 21, I signed up for $250,000. At that time, we sold VULs. So I'll just tell you what I have. I have a $250,000 variable universal life policy. I have a lot more than that. Okay, I have a lot more than that. But that was my first policy that I got. First one. Premium, $168 a month. Right? I went from being mad selling my client it to proud to having it. Because now I understood now. He said, first of all, if we build this portfolio for Johnny T like you want to, we're going to save him hundreds of thousands of dollars. If he passes away, boom, all that'll be gone in an instant. So we could plan, and we'll run that plan, and it's going to work, but we have to protect the plan. Why would we make him save all his money for 20 years? Why would you waste all your time helping him save all that money for 20 years for him to pass away in his sleep, all to be gone for nothing? If we're going to plan, we got to protect the plan. So it made sense. Then he's like, plus he's young. So if you care about your friend, he's going to need life insurance one day, right, Tommy? I'm like, yeah, he's going to need it one day. He's like, well, when do you think he should? I said, he should probably get it now. So if you care about your friend, you want him to get it now. You want him to get as much as you can, get him now. Plus it builds cash value. So you want him to start, if you want to start saving money and you're trying to give your kid advice, would you start tell your kid to save money now, or the next 10 years start saving money, 10 years now? Saving money early. So the best advice would be to, so I literally went from being mad at getting it to getting it myself. Who at 21 years old would spend $168 a month on anything? On anything. Right? So the thing is, now I went from not having any life insurance and not believing in it at all, literally overnight, and an educational experience, to believing in it and being one of the biggest advocates of it that I know. So just remember, that's our job. That's what we're up against. You can do the same thing for somebody else. There's a knucklehead like me out there right now. There's a 21-year-old, there's a 25-year-old, there's a 30-year-old with wife and kids, and the wife stays home and takes care of the kids, full-time job, major job. And then the other person, the spouse, goes to work and makes all the income for the family. So them two have got their hands full, right? And they both, if this person passes away or if this person passes away, they're both going to be tough. You know that if the husband passes away, the wife is going to lose all the income. That's pretty tough. You know, if the wife passes away, the husband's not going to be able to go to work all the time. He's going to have to go work part-time, or he's going to have to take half his paycheck and pay for what? Daycare, right? It's a major financial loss either way. So the point is they're walking around right now out there thinking like I used to think. They have that sort of, we'll call it stinking thinking, and they don't understand. And it's our job to have them, we got to be spin doctors, right? And we got to spin the situation. There's their mindset. You got to spin it around and do a complete 180. And you can educate clients and literally take someone who was mad that they had to meet with you, who didn't believe in life insurance, and now all of a sudden they're giving you Google reviews. They're your biggest client. They're inviting you to barbecues, right? And they're giving you 10 referrals a week. And before that, they didn't even believe in life insurance. That is our job. And I just remembered that vividly, how I thought and felt about the situation. And when they educated me on that, because they cared to really get in there. And you know what they did? They actually showed me a video, guys. They showed me a video of a guy who told a personal testimony about how his father and his mother, they were married, okay? And at the end of his father's life, they had life insurance and all kind of money and nice lifestyle, right? At the end of his father's life, his father went gambled, then he got sick, and then he canceled all his life insurance, and then he passed away. And he said, my family went from living in a house, having a car, going to school, to sleeping in a car. And I saw this guy tearing up, you know what I mean? And I knew the importance, and I knew my job at that point. It was at that point in my life that I knew. And I don't know, maybe I knew like, oh, this is it. But looking back at it, I could look back. You know, hindsight's 20/20. I look back, and that is, for me, that's the time that hit me, that swung me, because this is an emotional sell. Don't forget it. This is an emotional sell. You know, people are going to buy based upon that emotion too that you bring to them. So anyways, thought I'd share that story with you guys. Okay. All right. Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening. Great meeting today. Look forward to having a great one next week as well.
Great meeting, Tom.
Thank you. Yeah, good?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
One of the best ones.
Hey, Jess met him. Trevor Daniel.